I was dating Tupac Shakur at the time.
I didn't know you dated Tupac Shakur.
That was a surprise.
That's never been out there, I don't think.
Tupac is long gone, but we got hold of a document in which Tupac Shakur reveals why he broke up with Madonna. And I gotta say, it's really honest and shocking, yet at the same time understandable, but this all has to do with race.
And remember, this is the 90s, right?
I still can't believe that Tupac and Madonna dated. Like, it's a bit mind-blowing to me. I don't know why. But he broke up with her because she's white.
What do you get when a legendary rapper and the queen of pop are in a relationship? You get a love story that shakes the entire media, and that was exactly the case when it was revealed that Madonna and Tupac were in a relationship. With the odd differences ranging from their races to their worlds in general, stacked against them, they still made things work. That was, until he decided he had other plans for her. Plans that revolved around him looking for a way to save her from a pretty dark fate, the sacrifice. You heard correctly, Tupac saved Madonna from becoming a sacrifice. The singer, for her part, finally talked about it after all these years, explaining what really went down between her and the rapper. Now the big questions are, how did getting sacrificed even come up in the first place? And how exactly did he save Madonna? Stay tuned to get the tea.
Madonna was coming to visit me. Madonna has so much power that the guards let me take an extra shower.
Wow.
I had guards walking me downstairs, everything, trying to peep a look.
And did she come?
I was dating Tupac Shakur.
During the 1990s, Madonna was a dominant figure in the music industry, earning her the title of the Queen of Pop. She had put out 5 highly successful studio albums, sold millions of copies globally, and established herself as a trailblazing female musician. On the other hand, Tupac Shakur was just starting out with only 2 albums to his name, but was rapidly gaining recognition among the hip-hop community and mainstream media. Recently, Madonna, now 56 years old, spoke about her brief relationship with the rapper, who unfortunately passed away in 1996 on Howard Stern's show.
I was dating Tupac Shakur at the time, and
I didn't know you dated Tupac Shakur.
That was a surprise.
That's never been out there, I don't think.
While on an interview with Howard Stern, the Frozen singer was apparently feeling very chatty, as she revealed more than a lot. In her words, "I was mad at when I said the F word a lot. I was in a weird mood that day. I was dating Tupac Shakur at the time, and the thing is he got me all riled up on life in general. So when I went on the show, I was feeling very gangsta." In case you're unaware, Tupac Shakur and Madonna had a romantic relationship for a short period in the mid-90s. However, after 18 months of dating, Tupac ended things with Madonna. The main reason for their breakup has recently been revealed. It turns out that the Changes rapper broke up with the Material Girl through a letter he wrote from prison on January 15, 1995, primarily due to issues of race and public image.
This letter divulges never-before-seen secrets about the intimate relationship between 2 of the biggest popular culture icons of the 20th century. In the letter, Tupac explains why he felt he had to break up with Madonna, as well as his regret for how he handled himself in the relationship. Tupac speaks with convincing self-awareness, confessing his struggle to show affection and the damage this relationship would have on his image. For example, regarding public appearances with Madonna, Tupac writes, "I would be letting down half the people who made me what I thought I was." Tupac also addresses the racial dynamics which made his connection with Madonna so difficult to maintain.
Besides that, the rapper also wrote, "For you to be seen with a black man wouldn't in any way jeopardize your career. If anything, it would make you seem that much more open and exciting. But for me, at least in my previous perception, I felt due to my image, I would be letting down half of the people who made me what I thought I was. I never meant to hurt you."
Tupac's sincere writing conveys this complex jumble of emotions and his attempt to deal with them. Still, Tupac feels remorse for the emotional damage he might have caused.
The letter from Tupac was filled with emotion as the pop star implored Madonna to understand his perspective and assured her that he had never meant to hurt her. He also gave an ominous warning to Madonna through the letter, "Please be careful, Madonna. Everyone is not as honorable as they seem. There are those whose hearts bleed with envy and evil. They would not hesitate to do you harm." He then goes on to tell Madonna not to forget him and all the good times they've had together.
Later, Tupac asks for Madonna to remember him not for his shortcomings, but for the good times and magic that they shared. He offers his friendship and finishes the note with a postscript asking for Madonna to visit him so that they can talk face to face.
At the end of his letter, Tupac requested that Madonna visit him in prison. It is now clear that Tupac wrote the letter in order to protect Madonna from the dangerous world of gangster rap, which ultimately led to his death a year later. Had he not written the letter, Madonna might have been drawn deeper into this dangerous environment and potentially faced harm from Tupac's enemies. Fans now understand Tupac's motivations after seeing his sacrifice for Madonna in this letter. One fan commented, "It only makes sense if you view this from a respectable, growing, conscious black man's perspective." A second fan added, "I can completely understand that it was a very different time back in the 90s. For those who recall, Madonna was 13 years older than Shakur. According to Madprem Shakur, Tupac's brother, the two of them first met during a press event for Tupac's film Above the Rim in 1994, where he co-starred with Dwayne Martin.
They were talking to Pac, and then Madonna came, sat down right next to me. "When does he finish?" I'm like,
let's just
a little while. It's Madonna.
Right.
And I think she gave me a note to give to him.
Okay.
I mean, for real.
Did you read the note?
No. I was just happy that she was giving.
In an interview with Vlad TV, Madprem reminisced about accompanying his brother and Dwayne Martin during the promotion of the film Above the Rim in New York. He remembered that Madonna entered the room and sat next to him, asking when Tupac would be finished with his interview. When Tupac noticed her in the room, he waved, but since he was occupied, Madonna left a note for him through Madprem. Upon getting the note from Madonna, Madprem, referring to the incident, stated, "I didn't read it. I was just happy she was giving him a note. Everybody was there. I went over and gave it to him. He was about the business, and then they linked up." Furthermore, according to Madprem, he was responsible for driving Tupac to Madonna's house whenever they were in Los Angeles, or sometimes to the airport so they could take a private jet together. They were a thing for a minute, Madprem said. Despite this, they kept their relationship out of the public eye. There were rumors about them for years, and it was not until 2015 that Madonna finally confirmed their relationship. The story of how the pop queen and the legendary rapper met was also shared by former co-host of The View, Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez has recounted the story of her introduction of Madonna and Tupac on The View. She says that she brought the two together at the 1993 Soul Train Music Awards. According to Rosie, Madonna was upset that day after her date for the awards had failed to show up. When Tupac heard about this, he called her and offered to be her date for the event. So, they walked the red carpet together. At that moment, Tupac had only one request for Rosie, which was to introduce him to Madonna. The feeling was mutual, as Rosie remembers. Madonna comes over, she looks at me, she goes, "Girl." I go, "I gotcha." I hooked them up, and I was very happy about it. While also on the Howard Stern show, Snoop Dogg spoke about Tupac and Madonna's relationship in a pretty fun way.
So he pulls up, but guess who he pulls up with?
Who?
Like a virgin.
No kidding. Oh, that's right. She told us
For
too.
the very first time.
Yeah, Madonna.
He shows up with Madonna, man.
Yeah.
He remembered how Tupac had promised to attend a Saturday night gathering and how he eventually arrived with Madonna, which came as a surprise to him. That was his recollection of the event.
He's got a big bag of that do-it fluid. He tells her, "Have a seat." She looks at me. I look at her. I say, "Oh, wow. That's Madonna."
Those were good times, but unfortunately Tupac is no longer with us. He is still remembered by fans today as a legendary rapper. Tragically, he was shot in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996, at the young age of 25.
Rapper Tupac Shakur was shot here in Las Vegas.
The rapper was shot inside of a BMW while stopped at a red light on Koval and Flamingo. And we all know the story. He then died 6 days later. The shooting happened after a Mike Tyson fight against Bruce Sheldon at MGM Grand. And then there was a brawl inside of the lobby right after that fight. Tupac was in the car with Marion Suge Knight, who was grazed by a bullet. No one has ever been arrested for Tupac's murder.
Tupac's death has been surrounded by numerous conspiracies, including involvement from the Los Angeles Police Department, rivalries between record labels, and the murder of fellow rapper Biggie Smalls in 1997. According to reports, just hours before Tupac was killed, he and his entourage got into a fight with gang member Orlando Anderson. Tupac reportedly threw the first punch. Later, police identified Orlando as Tupac's killer.
This is 93.
Yeah.
When we all cool.
Right.
We all chilling.
Right.
We on the West Coast. Tupac brought Biggie with him. We rocking. We let Cub get down with us. We go in the back, smoke, chill, hang out. It's beautiful.
When did it go sideways?
Once Pac got shot. When he got shot, he felt like they did it, but later information came out that the people that he thought did it had nothing to do with it.
Tupac's association with Death Row Records began when he was serving time in prison on RP charges and met co-founder Suge Knight. Upon his release, Tupac agreed to sign with Knight's label in exchange for Knight posting his $1.3 million bail. Unfortunately, this decision proved to be problematic for Tupac, as Knight was connected to the Bloods gang, which was in conflict with the Crips. In a matter of months after releasing Hit 'Em Up, a diss track aimed at Notorious B.I.G., Puffy, and Bad Boy Records, Shakur's tensions in his music began to reflect actual violence. Sadly, he was killed soon after. Soon as word hit the streets about the rapper's demise, everyone was grieving. Snoop Dogg, also grieving, opened up about how he felt on the sad news.
It's sad, man. Like I was riding on the freeway and I heard it on the radio station. I don't like thinking about that shit. That shit was just fucked up, man, that the nigga had to go out like that so young. Like 25. My oldest son is 25 years old. I'm thinking like, damn, that's only how old he was. He did a lot, but he didn't get a chance to do what he needed to do. He had more to do.
Besides that, we've also found proof that Tupac knew about his deaf forehand and spoke about how he wanted to be remembered.
Someone said, where do you see Tupac 10 years from now? He said, hey, I just want to be alive. That's real for you.
That's so real. Because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died. If I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here.
So far, all the evidence points to the fact that he sacrificed himself to save Madonna. Till date, several fans all over the world still remember him and wish he'd still been alive. But he will always leave on and out hearts. One of the fans wrote, "I just wish he knew how important he was to us. #GOAT. Another added, "I really wish he were still here in this world alive. I miss Tupac." That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.